the fact that Roblox is just like, hey, we're not going to ban them. We're just going to make them 17 plus. That's really, really weird, especially considering 17-year-olds are still minors.
The Roblox Corporation has sent a cease and desist letter to me, a 22-year-old, because I catch predators on their platform. Within the last year, me and my team have gotten 6 predators arrested within the Roblox community.
You and I are investigating the exploitation of children on the popular gaming platform Roblox. Well, it's absolutely true, and we're deep into it. I've already interviewed law enforcement investigators and victims of this horrible activity.
Roblox CEO or anybody associated with the Roblox Corporation at all is having one of the worst months of their life, as everybody is turning on them and exposing the horrible activities they allow on their platform. That all began because they wanted to ban a vigilante YouTuber that caught Preds named Schlep. And instead of helping Schlep or even providing resources to make sure that moving forward they will not have any of these Preds on their platform anymore, they instead decided to ban him, creating a catalyst that not only got law enforcement involved, got a whole state to sue them, but also got Chris Hansen out of retirement in order to help expose Roblox. But I'm gonna start from the very beginning for anyone that's unaware of the situation, beginning with how they targeted Schlep and got everything he worked for banned.
I have just gotten a legal complaint from Roblox. I'm not even joking. They have sent a cease and desist letter to me, and they've gone ahead and banned every account I own. And you might be wondering, what heinous crime did you commit to possibly deserve that? Well, what I did was get predators arrested on their platform. Actually, 6 of them. I got 6 predators arrested within the Roblox community. Some of them, the crimes are so heinous, I can't even say here on TikTok or wherever this is going. And the thing that's crazy about it is that Roblox has taken a more firm action against me, a person getting these people arrested, a person that law enforcement has made public statements saying that they are glad when people like me go ahead and give them information so that they can arrest these people. Roblox has sent me the cease and desist letter, not these predators. That is absolutely insane.
Schlep is a known YouTuber and vigilante where most of his content is maintained around catching Preds on the Roblox platform, purely because they themselves don't do it and their moderation team is not good enough. He's done collabs with people like Gideon, getting multiple Preds arrested, up to 6, and as you heard from that video, even has statements from law enforcement saying they are happy to get his help. But apparently Roblox isn't happy about it, because you can't be catching Preds on their platform. That just isn't allowed for reasons that we don't know, but it just seems like they just want this place to be a haven for Preds to do whatever they want to do, because if they're not stopping it and they're banning people who are actually going out of their way to help law enforcement catch them, it just seems like they want it to be a welcome place for anybody who's into that type of stuff to go ahead and do whatever they want. It is truly heinous and purely disgusting behavior that instead of trying to help Schlep or even ask them how they can improve their responses to situations like this, they go ahead and just completely ban him, blowing this situation up in their face.
The stuff that they've sent me in the cease and desist letter is actually laughably hilarious. Roblox is actively claiming that I am hurting their players. Roblox is claiming that I'm engaging in simulated child endangerment conversations. So one of the fundamental bases of predator catching is that you cannot talk sexually to predators. Predators are supposed to be the ones talking sexually to you. If you talk sexually to predators like straight off the get-go, that's entrapment. That is literally what entrapment is. We almost always play a naive kid who doesn't know anything about this stuff, so they teach us about this stuff. If you watch these videos, you know how the chats are going, and they're not even on Roblox. Most of the chat logs are on Discord, and they're accusing me of getting people off of platform onto different social media sites. I guess that's worth a cease and desist and an IP ban of every single account that I own.
Well, Roblox acknowledges that your stated intentions may be to protect children, and while it recognizes the serious nature of online predatory behavior, your methods, including failing to immediately report suspicious activity to Roblox through proper channels, are actively interfering with Roblox established safety protocols and critically are exposing Roblox users to increased risk. Roblox players are apparently getting hurt by Schlep's actions, according to Roblox themselves, which makes no sense. People that want to go out of their way to groom children, and someone going onto that platform and removing them is not hurting the player base, but only helping them. And what makes no real sense is the conversations they're talking about going on, which aren't even happening on their platform. They're happening on Discord. And Roblox is literally lying in this statement, saying that he is engaging in these types of convos and he's the one that's actually starting them, when that's literally not the case and can't happen, purely because if he does, that would become entrapment. As he said, he is playing a naive kid, someone who knows nothing about anything, and yet Roblox is sitting here saying it's his fault, when it is actually the Preds on their platform who are not only teaching them about this stuff, but are eager to not only meet up and talk on other platforms. Literally makes no real sense and just shows Roblox is trying to protect these people or stop their image from looking bad, when in all reality, they're just making it look worse and worse.
Say sharing or soliciting personally identifiable information. I have no idea what they're referring to this. I would love to know what they're talking about. Are they referring to the fact that I give the information of the predators that we find to the police? Like the people we're talking to are predators. Like does Roblox understand that? I think the most insulting thing is that they told me I'm not reporting people quick enough and I'm not reporting them through the right outlets. Tell me the right outlets. I have been trying to figure this out for like a year now. This here is Nepali incel. This person actually made credible threats to the Las Vegas sphere in a Roblox game, and I saw this with my own two eyes. And the reason why it's a credible threat, it is because the FBI went ahead and arrested someone for making threats within that same game. I made a moderation ticket about it, and I even actually made a report to the FBI about this. Where is the cease and desist letter for him? Probably not. But back to the predator catching stuff, this is literally how it goes. We go to roblox.com/support, submit a moderation ticket, and then fill out the prompt with all the information regarding our arrest and give you guys the same Google Drive that we give to the cops. And in a lot of instances, Roblox won't even ban after we reach out to them regarding felony arrests. What I typically have to do is report cases to the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children, or go on the news to show gameplay of our decoys with the predators on Roblox. I've literally felt so lost at trying to get the attention of Roblox regarding these predators. I've created binders with all the chat logs, and I've sent it to their headquarters in San Mateo, California. This is the first time Roblox has ever directly reached me out.
Anybody that saw this cease and desist from Roblox signed off on it and said, yeah, this is good to go, makes literally no sense. Outright lying in it and also being upset that he is showing Preds, that first part makes literally no sense. If Roblox just did their jobs themselves and reported it to the proper authorities, Schlep would have no reason to go out here and show these Preds off or even show any of the stuff that's going on. If Roblox just did their job, but they aren't. So it makes sense why Schlep is going to show out here and show off Preds. It makes no real sense, and I'm on the same side as them. Do they not understand these are people that groom children? We're upset that their information is getting out, along with the fact again that they are outright lying, saying that he is now reporting it to the proper channels, and he literally is, to the point where he is sending them physical information to their location. So what more could he possibly do? Is he supposed to go there himself, fly and contact anybody, have a sit down with them while he goes through everything that's going on? He's reported it through their systems, sent physical information. So the next logical step is he flies out there himself and just has a sit down with them explaining everything that he's done. But obviously he's not going to do that. And even if he did, I doubt they would even care. He probably would get turned away instantly, seeing how they act to everything else being reported through proper channels and having a whole binder filled with a bunch of heinous acts that happen on their platform. They're just turning a blind eye as if they don't care. And it's not as if, it seems like they literally just do not care.
I was groomed on Roblox by a popular developer. He manipulated me. He used power dynamics over me and frequently exposed me to gore and not safe for work material and loads of other stuff that a kid should never see. It was so bad that I actually made an attempt. While I was in the hospital, my mom contacted Roblox. They brushed her off. That predator went on to groom more victims before Roblox finally banned him. Years later, by the way. Even after that, I stayed on the platform. I love the community, but as I ran Maliboomer, I kept spotting these predators, even in an innocent sandbox theme park game. Then I started Schlep, and the emails from victims got worse every single day. And that's when I started catching predators on Roblox.
This is genuinely a very heartfelt message, and I understand what Schlep is going through and why he would start this project in order to help people who were just like him. Being in that situation, seeing that your mother used the proper channels and Roblox did literally nothing until years later is truly truly sad to see. And then going out of your way to start your personal channel and still seeing these things go on with zero moderation helping in any way, it only makes sense why someone would want to step in themselves in order to help out and make sure that no kid ends up like them. And yet Roblox will sit here and punish the people that are trying to make sure no one else has to go through these terrible things again, and instead allow people to go through these traumatic events and eventually do something years later when too much damage is already done. They don't seem to care, and the more and more you see how they respond to the situation, you'll learn that they truly are only here to protect themselves and nobody else.
You may have heard that my streaming crime network, True Blue, and I are investigating the exploitation of children on the popular gaming platform Roblox. Well, it's absolutely true, and we're deep into it. I've already interviewed law enforcement investigators and victims of this horrible activity. And we have some collaborators, some people who've been working in this space, including Schlep, who have committed to help us in this endeavor. Will Roblox actually say anything about it? Will it make any changes? We're going to do our best to hold them accountable. Stay tuned. We're working hard on this project.
This situation has gotten so bad and so well known that Chris Hansen, the OG pred catcher that everyone probably knows about, got himself involved and is looking to help with the situation. It is genuinely sad that we have people like this having to come and force Roblox in order to improve their moderation system because nothing else will work. And then later on, Roblox is going to put out even more statements making this entire situation way worse than it needs to be, literally doubling and even tripling down to say that what they're doing is right. I'm going to show you parts of a document that they put out that literally contradicts and blatantly lies about actions that they take when regarding situations like this. We are sharing more information about why it is necessary to remove vigilantes from Roblox and the way in which we review and act on reports of abuse on Roblox. While seemingly well-intentioned, the vigilantes we ban have taken actions that are both unacceptable and create an unsafe environment for users. Similar to actual predators, they often impersonate minors, actively approach other users, then try to lead them to other platforms to have explicit conversations, which is against our TOS. Accurate, timely reporting from our community is important. Reporting through the appropriate channels, including our custom designed reporting tools, immediately and with as much specific information as possible is the best way to help us remove bad actors from Roblox. These reporting tools are designed to capture key metadata and details that cannot be captured from an email or screenshot and enable faster, more effective reviews and more thorough reporting to law enforcement when warranted. This is just outright lie after lie after lie. First of all, comparing these vigilantes to predators is some of the wildest stuff you could ever do in your life. They are out here trying to do the job that you are not willing to do or don't even care to do. And talking about reporting it to the proper channels makes no real sense because Schlep already talked about how he tried to do that and nothing happened. Even sending physical information to your home base and still nothing coming from it. So what's the point of reporting it to these proper channels if you're just not going to do anything but sit on this information? And in all reality, if it's not these vigilantes doing it, then who will? Understandably, vigilantes can definitely be bad, especially when they're going about the situation in the worst way possible with terrible intentions. This is somebody with good intentions doing something that the company themselves will not do. Roblox yourself is not doing anything, so someone has to step up and actually do something. We realize that no platform is perfect, but we prioritize trust and safety because it's a core to what we do as a company. This is an area where we invest heavily and are always innovating. Helping keep our users safe is a critical part of our vision of connecting 1 billion people with optimized and civility, and is a strategic imperative for our creator community. Our aim is to provide a developed platform that allows creators to focus on their craft while we manage the complexities of moderation, fielding user reports, and investigating bad actors. Every day on Roblox, an average of 100.8 million daily active users and send 6.1 billion chat messages and engage in 1.1 million hours of voice chat across 28 different languages. At the same time, creators upload millions of assets and add thousands more items to our avatar market, while the vast majority of these billions of messages and creations are safe and civil. Bad actors regularly attempt to evade our moderation system. That's why we continue to investigate significantly in safety to help protect users from these bad actors. Thanks to our passionate community of creators and users, we also receive and review more than 1 billion reports every year, and these span everything from chat spam, cursing, and cheating to more serious violations in some cases. These reports aren't violations at all. Users may report things in good faith without fully understanding our policies. Prioritizing safety does not seem like where your mind is at. Specifically, your actions literally show the very opposite by banning these vigilantes who are helping keep your platform safe. Regardless of the methods they may use, they have led to literal arrest. Schlep himself said he got 6 people arrested who were trying to do this on the Roblox platform and have already done this in the past before getting arrested. It makes no real sense how you can prioritize safety and still ban people like that and make sure that they cannot help you in any way, shape, or form. And speaking of helping them, they talk about how they have to report and go through so many chat messages, go through so many items, so many maps, yet are actively preventing people from helping them, and instead would rather complain about what they are doing. Stopping people who are helping with your job makes no real sense, especially if you're making it seem as difficult as it is. While we removed vigilantes, we have been monitoring vigilante activity on Roblox for some time now. These groups began by reporting safety concerns, commenting on news about Roblox, and challenging us to do better. We appreciate this feedback and use these reports to improve our safety systems. More recently, vigilante activity evolved. Instead of just reporting on safety issues, vigilantes have started impersonating children and actively sought to connect with adult users. Those conversations mimicked inappropriate behavior and actively encouraged other users to connect on other social media and messaging platforms, thus bypassing Roblox's own safety systems. These were not one-off situations, and we saw the behavior accelerating across many accounts. This activity created an unsafe environment and normalized behavior that is in both unacceptable on Roblox and is against our TOS. Our policies prohibit directing other users off Roblox to another platform through chat and having / simulating sexual explicit conversations. These are serious policy violations that risk removal from the platform. I just need Roblox to take a couple of steps back, and they'll understand why these vigilantes decided to go off on their own and do their own thing. Specifically because if they went from reporting it to Roblox and then all of a sudden thought, man, I have to do this myself, it's probably because Roblox was not doing anything. And it's not a probably, we actively heard and saw Roblox is not really doing anything to stop these preds, and that's genuinely sad to see, because if their whole concern is about safety and stopping these vigilantes from getting people off their platforms, then you would think once being reported to, they would actively do something to stop these predators, yet they aren't. The evidence is enough for police to get involved and arrest people, but apparently for Roblox, the evidence isn't large enough for them to actively do anything. So that's why these vigilantes decided to go off on their own and do their own thing, because Roblox is not stepping in and actually doing something. So they have to take it into their own hands to start doing things to get these predators caught, and they actively are. Yet Roblox is fighting tooth and nail to say that they are a bigger issue than the actual preds on their platform.
I am at a loss of words because Roblox, they just tripled down, and this is literally their worst response yet, because what they say right here, I'm genuinely like offended at. Similar to actual predators, they often impersonate minors and then just all this other stuff. I can't get into everything on just one TikTok. I have a whole thread on Twitter about it if you want to read more. To say that me and my team are doing similar stuff to predators, I'm genuinely offended at. I literally was groomed on this platform. How freaking dare you? I'm genuinely upset about this. You say that to me and you're hosting games like this for kids? This game has been up for like years. I have seen this game for a really long time. Yeah, let's just leave all the bathroom games up, you know? Nothing bad could possibly happen in that. This statement was so bad, it got community noted, bro. Roblox, they got community noted.
A big thing that Schlep brought up in that TikTok outside of the crazy statement that Roblox put out was actually some of the games that are on the platform that have been reported, talked about, and yet Roblox has done nothing about it, because this has come about from other people. Another content creator named Creecraft actually put out a video on Twitter showing off one of these games that had been reported and talked about before, and yet nothing has happened to them, showing off what it's actually like to join one of these games on a new account, a new profile, and what you could possibly see.
Okay, so I've just made a fresh account, brand new Roblox account. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to join Meep City, and I just want to see how long it takes until I see something inappropriate in the game. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and join on in. This is a fresh account. All right, never played on it before, and yep, there's a So that's about let's see here, about 10 seconds. So just to give an example of you know how bad this problem is on Roblox here, it's like that was a random server. I don't have any friends added. There's no one, you know, this isn't a trick or anything. I just joined a random server, and you know, I could join another one. I'll probably see something else inappropriate. That's how bad the issue is here.
With the maps and games you're able to join like this, it makes it even less understandable how Roblox is mad at these vigilantes when they can't even moderate maps on their game or any type of server control, because people like this have been reporting maps and other things to Roblox, and yet they are doing nothing about it, even going as far as to defend it in some of their most recent conversations, and it makes no real sense. Some people might sit here and have the same plight that Roblox has, where it's like, hey, we actually can't take out these maps because too many people play, and it's just some bad actors. But when the developer of the map has done nothing, it's time for you to step in to make sure that nothing bad happens on your platform, when actively you can see people talking about the bad things that may come from it. And Crab even had a more recent video where he talked about this issue.
They say, hey, it's not fair to ban Meep City. We can't, you know, we can't punish the developer for what people are doing in the game. And I'm like, guys, the developer has had years to remove features and moderate the game in a way that takes out bad actors. He has failed to do so. So why is Roblox defending Meep City? Why is Meep City getting defended so much? You can join almost any server in Meep City and see something bad.
It doesn't just stop at that game though. It doesn't just stop at Meep City, which after seeing that video and even looking at other things that might go on in there, it's genuinely weird that they would allow that, specifically when their trust and safety is to make sure that no minors or no kids on the platform interact with anything like it, and yet they still allow things like that to go on, and even other games that are truly inappropriate, like private bathroom and bedroom games, with you can only imagine what people are doing in there, because there's no way people are doing anything that's supposed to be appropriate for the Roblox moderation team, yet they won't outright ban these games. Instead, they have a worse solution for them.
Roblox announced that instead of banning private bathroom games, private shower games, and private bedroom games, they will instead just make them 17 plus. The only thing you do in these private bathroom and bedroom games is have inappropriate content with other users. I think that's probably the best way to say this. It's the only thing that happens, right? Because the entire point of these games is you are one-on-one in a private shower with another Roblox user, or you are one-on-one in a private bedroom with another Roblox user. What other things are you gonna do in that situation? You're gonna do your homework together in the shower? No, I don't think so. So it's like these games are clearly adult games that shouldn't be on the platform. The fact that Roblox is just like, hey, we're not gonna ban them, we're just gonna make them 17 plus. That's really weird, especially considering 17-year-olds are still minor.
Instead of outright banning these inappropriate games that have on their platform, talking about it, making a formal statement to improve to make sure these won't happen again, they went out of their way to keep the games there, being aware of what content is going to happen in them, and instead of making them 17 plus, which does not fix the issue, because 17-year-olds, again, like he said, are still minors. So it seems like they just support these actions to not only go on, but don't even care if it's happening with a minor as long as they're 17 years old. Genuinely sad and deplorable behavior that Roblox needs to fix and correct promptly. So it's not just the thing with the predators, but it's also the things with the games that they allow on there, and yet it seems like their team is literally doing nothing about it, when apparently the vigilantes in their eyes have more harm than any of these other things I have just shown you. Roblox needs to do better moving forward, or more and more people are going to get on their case and show why it's a deplorable platform that people should not be on. Genuinely, if it's not a creator, if it's not someone who's already dealt with things like this like Chris Hansen, then eventually it will be a state, it will be some form of the government, and they'll be forced to do these things, when in all reality they should just already want to, because they know this is a kid-dominated platform, and the first thing they should be worried about is the safety of the children, like they say they are, when in all reality they're not. But at the end of the day, that's just how I feel about it. If you do want to go and support these creators like Schlep, Creecraft, or anybody else, please do, and spread the word of what's happening on Roblox. That's enough for me. I'm gonna see you guys in the next one. Peace out.